Um, you know what? We'll see. Because I don't think I will.
Okay.
So, hello everyone, and welcome to my Get Ready with Me. I'm Paris Lafayette Watson, Mister U.S. United 2024, and we're here with one of my most wonderful sponsors that sponsored a lot of their products from their business to me while I was competing at Mister U.S. United. And this is Mrs. Ashley Dandridge of Mary Kay. She's a Mary Kay consultant, and has wonderful products. One of my favorite ones is this beautiful charcoal mask. I hope you guys can see it. So this charcoal mask is one of my favorite ones to use to keep my skin cleansed and to keep my pores clean. And so today we're going to present to you some different products by Mary Kay. You'll learn a little bit about myself and also about Ashley. And then you'll see me actually use the charcoal mask and then also the Time Wise. Sorry about the light, people. So the Time Wise moisture renewal mask as well. All right. Ashley, did you want to say anything before we get started with your presentation?
Um, well, I'm Ashley. I am Paris's Mary Kay girl.
Mhm.
I've known Paris now for, gosh, what is it? 4 years now?
I think
4 years now? Yeah, I think you met me when I was pregnant with our third. Um, so I am um, a mom of four. I love what I do. I love teaching people how to take care of their skin. And honestly, I just love the fellowship that my starter kit has brought. And we can talk a little bit more about that, I guess,
yes.
in a
Oh,
minute.
most definitely. Most definitely in a minute. So, what we wanted to do today is we wanted to present also just Mary Kay, the business, and some of the products. And so, I have a great PowerPoint right here that Ashley has made, and we're using StreamYard. So, oh, oh, all
Yay!
right. So there we have it, people. There she is herself, Miss Mary Kay Ash. Am I correct? Is that her name, Ashley?
Yes, so her name is Mary Kay Ash. And a lot of people don't know that she was a real person that started the company. So, yep. She started the company. We are going to be celebrating 61 years. I believe September 13th. 13th is kind of Mary Kay's lucky number. And she started this business really for people who um, just couldn't, that need a balance in life, who, you know, have a family and want to work, need to work as well. The the saying Mary Kay is, God first, family second, career third, and so it's kind of different in the working force, in society. Usually, it's work first, family second, or third, and then God, or faith last. So she really wanted you to be able to prioritize what was important to you. Um, that was important to you, at least. And I'm glad she made this company. She actually started the company with her own money, $5,000 of her own money, and I'm very proud. I'm very pleased, proud that she did that. Mary Kay is family owned. Her grandson is the one who is currently running it. Mary Kay Ash passed away in 2012. And they are debt free, family owned, and they still stand true to their values. And it's honestly a very loving family. It's very different than the jobs that I have had. Usually you're trying to like crawl to the top, and Mary Kay made sure that she had her company is treat others the way you'd want to be treated. So, yeah.
Wow, that's a beautiful, beautiful story. And I was a Mary Kay consultant with Mary Kay for a little bit with Ashley, and I stopped doing it for a little bit, but I have continued to use the products and some of those core values that Mary Kay has. God first, family second, then work. Those are different values that I also was taught in my home growing up. So I think it's beautiful that a company instills those values into its work ethic and instills it into those consultants and those different employees of the company. So I know Ashley has been a Mary Kay consultant for quite some time, and some of the different products that she uses are really, really great for the skin. I know for myself, I can remember my mom used Mary Kay. My mom and dad, they had actually these little pink containers with powder in them that they would mix up. And that was like the big thing that Mary Kay had back in the day. They don't have it anymore. So now they have Time Wise, which my mom was shocked at 70 years old. She's like, what? They changed it? It's like, yes, they changed it. So we're going to go ahead and start with our presentation. And as you see, this is myself, Paris Vapaye Watson, and Ashley Dandridge and her lovely family and her husband and children. So a little bit about myself is I am an actor, model, entertainer, and I also am a pageant title holder and pageant and model coach. And I am the current reigning Mister U.S. United, who's from Hawaii and who competed as Mr. Hawaii. So that's a little bit about myself. I've been in the industry acting and auditioning and modeling for over 15 years now. And it's something I really have a passion for and that I enjoy. But I also enjoy really great facial products, and being a male model and a male actor. A lot of people really don't realize that a lot of us have to get makeup put on, or stage makeup. And one of the first things that is asked about you by the makeup artist is, what are you using on your skin? Are you washing your face with anything? And they always want to make sure that you know about that. So having been in the industry for quite some time, I know that I can trust going to Ashley to get really great products for myself, for my skin, for the stage, and just to overall look my best and feel confident. And so Ashley has some wonderful pictures of herself here. And Ashley, did you want to speak on these pictures?
Yeah. So the middle picture is my family. So my husband and I have been together for 16 years. We've been married for, it'll be 11 years in June. And those are our wonderful children. So we are a family of six. We have our oldest just turned six. She turned six last week. So we have a 6-year old, a 4-year old, a 3-year old, and a 1.5-year old. So life is busy on this end. Yep. Um, I also served in the military. That's actually how, when Paris and I met, that's what I was doing. I was a soldier, and I loved every minute of it. Um, and yeah, we just love doing life. And what got me into Mary Kay, I've actually been in Mary Kay now for 9 years. I've been
I
in
was
Mary Kay
gonna
nine
say,
years.
I think it's about 10 years, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't want you to be like, no, it's only been like 5 or 6, but I thought it was about 9 or 10 years now.
Yep. So
That's
my husband
really
and I.
wonderful.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying that's really wonderful. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. So my husband and I met in high school. Um, we started dating at 15, and we got married right out of high school. My husband joined the military, and at 19 years old, I was kind of lost. I really didn't know what I was doing. I worked before COVID, pre-COVID terms. Things were open 24/7, and I worked at a store that was open 24 hours. And I remember specifically, I they were offering spouses on post free college classes at night. It was from like 5 to 10, Monday through Friday. And I remember I went to my boss and I said, "Hey, I would like to. I work whenever you want. I work weekends, nights, days, whatever you want. I just need to be off from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, so I can go to college, so I can go and start classes." And without even looking up from his computer, he said no and said that I needed to have an open schedule for him. That if I wanted to keep my job, I needed an open schedule. And I remember I went back to the break room and I was mad, and I was debating whether or not I should quit that moment. And you can call it God, you can call it faith, you can call it the spirits in the sky, whatever you want to call it. But my phone went off in my locker and I answered it. And this lady goes, "Hi, I'm a Mary Kay consultant. You've been offered a free pampering package." And at 19, I didn't, nothing is free. So I thought it was a scam.
Of
Um,
course, right?
yep, I thought it was a scam. So I, Southwest polite, go, "Well, if you can't get me in tomorrow, please don't ever call my phone." She got me in. I brought two of my friends to do a pampering session with me, and I loved it. I loved the business aspect of it. I loved the products. If you know anything about me, I am a tomboy at heart. I race cars. I work on cars.
True.
I,
You can fix
if
your
you
car.
handed me a mascara and you said, "Where does this go?" I would have been like, "In the trash." I don't know. I was not a makeup person. If you would have told me, I would be a Mary Kay consultant talking about makeup, I would have laughed at your face. And so anyway, at that party, I loved, everyone was hugging and cheering people on. And there was a girl driving a free car, and, at 19, free anything is awesome. So I signed my agreement that day. And then I go, "Okay, now what next?" And she goes, "Okay, now you go to talk to strangers in parking lots and you ask them to borrow their face." And I am 19. I am terrified to talk to anybody. So I was like, well, that's not going to work.
You're
So,
like, to sell things to people? What?
yeah. So I did not tell anybody that I did Mary Kay. For a while, if you found out I did Mary Kay, it was because you came in my house and you just saw either the magazine laying around or you saw the products in my bathroom. I did not tell you that I did Mary Kay because I was still trying to figure things out. Fast forward, I joined the military. I loved it. And I was like, this is my dream job. I'm going to do my 20 years. This is great. And then I had a child. And children change everything.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I am, a mom. I don't want to leave my child. It was very hard. But I was like, well, I don't know what else to do. So I did the Army thing. And then I went to, one day changed the rest of my life pretty much. They told me that I needed, that I could no longer be a soldier because I was having medical issues, that surgery was the only way to fix it. And that honestly is what kind of got me out of my comfort zone, because I knew I didn't want to go back to a job and with children and, fight with people about having to take my kids to daycare or if they were sick. So I called my director and said, well, how do we do this? And she said, well, great. COVID happened. So now you can do everything virtually.
Right.
I said,
Right.
awesome. I can do virtual. I can hide behind my phone. I can hide behind a computer screen. It's awesome. And I work when my kids take naps. And I have 4 of them, which means that there's sometimes naps don't happen, which means mommy doesn't work, which is fine. But I have been able to match my military pay with just working nap time and maybe 2 or 3 hours on a Friday night, which is awesome because that's less than 10 hours a week. And I don't have to leave my house. And we have almost, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh. And we have almost earned the use of a car, and which is awesome. So yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell and why I joined Mary Kay. I would re-sign my agreement any day because friendship is what comes out of the starter kit, and meeting cool, amazing people, and just growing confidence is mainly what I have gained from this, and the sisterhood and brotherhood of everything, honestly. So yeah, that's kind of me and why I joined.
Thank you so much. And I just wanted to add, I think it's just a beautiful thing about the networking and how Ashley also said, we met each other because I actually ended up working with her husband at a hospital. We both were working there together during the pandemic. And I think he actually asked me what I used to wash my face with. And then that's when I met Ashley.
Yeah, he's a great.
Ever since then.
Yeah, he's a great because he uses it and he has seen a huge difference in his skin. So
Yeah, yeah, it's a great product. It is a great product. And while I was at, my pageant at US United, so I most definitely had these wonderful concealers that Ashley sent to me, both one in my regular tone and one in my undertone. They both work really, really well. Ashley also sent a wonderful mascara as well that I use, and just the products work very well also with the finishing spray when you're done. So just as a male model, most male models that have to use stage makeup are male newscasters, anyone male in the entertainment industry. Sometimes you have to use a little bit of products, and it's good to know what type of products to use and how to use it. So we'll get into that at the end of our presentation. But Ashley has some different products that she wants to share with all of you that are from Mary Kay. I most definitely will have to say that if you are a lady or a man and you use makeup or you use great skincare, most definitely look at Mary Kay. Don't discount it. There's some different products that are out there that are really great right now, but Mary Kay has stood the test of time. As I said, my parents were using it before I was born. My father was introduced to it in the 60s. So I think that that is something that speaks very true for their product and for the brand that they have. So I'm going to go ahead to our next slide, and Ashley is going to go ahead and speak about some Mary Kay skincare sets and some skincare and color cosmetics.
yeah, so Mary Kay is actually the number one in the world for direct sales in skincare and cosmetics. This is our second year in a row getting having that title, which is amazing to be a part of. We had the title. Oh gosh, I think it was in 2020. And then we ended up being number two, and now we're back to number one. So we're doing great. But yeah, there's not just one shoe fits all. And there are six skincare sets. You have your natural line, which is someone who's more conscientious and wants to use more of like a natural thing. We do hold ourselves to the European standard of cosmetics because they do have the highest standards, and we also we are working on getting the Good Housekeeping stamp of approval on a lot of our products. We already have it on most. We're just working on a few more. And
Good.
then, yep. And if you don't know what the Good Housekeeping stamp of approval is, they take a product, they test it for 5 years, and if it fails one test, you can't get that stamp of approval. So that's amazing.
And can you explain to people about the European standards? Some may not understand what you mean by that. I most definitely understand what you mean because I know with a lot of European makeup, food, medicine, there's a certain standard that it has to be met to that sometimes we don't have those same standards in the United States.
Yeah. So if you take our natural line, so most people in the U.S. especially, if there's 1 ounce, one little drop of like organic or all natural, then we can say that it's all natural or an organic, even though if it's not the case, it's just a drop of something or one ingredient. Where the European standards is, if you say it's natural or organic, it better be natural or organic. And the way you can tell is if it lasts 3 days to a week and you have to keep it in your fridge. That's how you can tell if something is 100% natural or organic. So our natural line is 99.99% organic, and the 0.01 or 0.01% is so that way our products have a shelf life. But we had to build a whole new factory in Dallas, Texas. That's where Mary Kay is based out of. But they had to build a whole new factory just to produce the naturally line per the European standards.
Wow. Thank you so much for explaining that.
Yeah.
And So in with this slide, before we get to the next one, I see that you have some Mary Kay skincare sets here.
Mm-hmm.
Now I recognize some of them. I'm already seeing what I believe that's the Time Wise collection, which I have some of the products here that I can show you today. I also see the Clear Proof, which has the charcoal mask in there as well. There, it looks like that's the men's line, and then is that the all natural line as
Yep.
well? The
So,
top.
yep. So if you look, so we'll kind of go from the top right. So the white and blue bottle is a natural line. It's a cleanser, an oil, a powder, which is like an exfoliator, and then a moisturizing stick. And then below that is our men's line, which a lot of people don't realize that we have a men's line. We have it's a
Yes,
cleanser, a moisturizer, and an eye cream, um, an
I
after
saw
shave
something for
gel.
the the
Yep.
aftershave gel.
Hmm. Yep. And then we even now have a beard oil, which is what my husband uses.
Right, I was gonna say I remember that there is a oil now for the beard because that line remember while I was there, it kind of came in, and I think it was a little new, and now it's starting to expand, and I'm even
Hmm.
starting to see different vloggers and different influencers that are using the male line online as well, and it's getting a lot of great reviews from the beauty industry.
Yep. Yep. And then below that is our Clear Proof line, which is anybody who has acne. I usually say people like our teenagers.
Mhm.
That have like the breakouts or really bad acne. And then if you go straight across, you have your botanical line. That's what my children use. That is a line that is for, I call them preteens. So you don't really have skin issues, but you just need to get into that habit of cleaning your skin, because our skin is the biggest organ in our body. So you have to, take care of it. You can't just let shampoo run down your face. That's not really cleaning it.
Right,
Um,
right.
and then you have your TimeWise 3D set. Um, and that's for anybody like your early 20s. You're not aging, but you just want a good anti-aging skincare line. And then you have your volume firm, which is also called the repair line, in Mary Kay. And that one is someone who is aging. I use the repair line. I like to, um, what is it where you're doing it before it happens?
Yeah, you're being
Proactive. I like to be
preventative and being
proactive.
proactive,
Yeah,
right?
I like to be proactive versus when all the wrinkles show up, because a lot of people don't know that you actually start aging at the age of 18. Once you turn 18, your body
Yes, that's
quits
true.
quits producing. I think it. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's something that we quit producing and we start aging. So 18 is the youngest you're ever going to look.
Yes, that's true. That is very true.
Yep.
That's very true. Okay. And then, well, did you have anything else to say about the skincare or the sets before we went to the next slide?
No, I think the next slide should kind of roll into the men's line. Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Okay,
So,
men.
yeah. So the men line is, it's great because most men are under cars and, have the, I don't want to say dirtiest skin, but most men don't take care of their skin properly.
True.
Um, so the men's line is for that. It's for, the man that works outside and, does all the hard labor and all of that. Um, and then the aftershave gel doesn't burn, and it helps, because if you go get an aftershave cream from the store, it has alcohol in it, which actually bothers your skin, and it kind of gives you that tingling feel, but it dries out your skin. So,
Right, right.
and what could cause razor bumps, and ours does not have alcohol in it, and it helps soothe
And
those. It
it's
has a cool
very
scent.
soothing and it smells so good and it feels
Hmm.
so good on your skin. I remember using it, and on my next order with Ashley, I'm actually going to have to add it to the list.
I'll set one aside for you. But yeah, I use it on. So I use it on my legs after I shave because I get really bad razor bumps on my legs. So I use it on my legs,
Okay.
and it's you can use it wherever you shave, so it's fine. And then our beard oil um, is a newer product. I think it's they started it. They brought it on in 2021. I think is when they brought it in. And this has a peppermint smell to it, but it's not strong, like it's not overpowering. And
So it will smell so good to me.
and it helps. Oh, it says right there, smells like peppermint and
And
sage.
clary sage. So I
Yep.
know that must be a really nice,
Mhm.
soothing smell and kind of like cleansing of the senses as well. So I I might have to just get some. Just I won't use it for my beard, but I'll use it in
You
my
can use it
hair.
for your hair. Yeah, so it just helps. You've seen people or men with they look kind of ragged, so this
Yeah,
helps with making your beard
right.
softer and shinier and just look more
And I know
nourished.
it helps for the beard to grow as well for those men where maybe you can't grow a full beard or the
Hmm.
hair is a little bit longer somewhere, a little bit shorter in other places, and that'll help the hair to thicken up and get to where they want it to be. So,
Hmm.
wow,
Yeah,
that's
that's what Mac was using it for, and it really helped his beard come out. So he likes
that's
it.
good. Okay, okay, and we're gonna move on and present. Oh, and now I see reset and repair for a
Mhm.
renewed you. Mm,
Yeah. So this is our repair line. So it's a set. And it comes with your cleanser, your lifting serum, your day and night cream, and an eye cream. And what I love about, um, well, we'll start with the foaming cleanser. So what I love about this is, for me, if it doesn't foam, I don't feel like I'm getting clean. So this
mhm.
foams very, very nicely in the shower, and it just feels very soothing. Um, And then this is a joke. The lifting serum is a joke in Mary Kay. We call it Botox in a bottle, because that's what it does. It lifts your skin. So you kind of put it, you turn it, you pump it in your fingers, and then you kind of do like a lifting motion to tighten everything, and you will see a difference in your skin in 6 to 8 weeks. And I have personally seen a difference in my skin after pregnancies. You'd be
You know, I
surprised.
love a good serum. I live by a serum. I mean,
Mhm.
you have to use them. They're just wonderful. So,
Yeah. So this is amazing. I love this stuff. I could probably bathe in it, to be honest. And then what I wanted to talk about a little bit is day creams with SPF. So everybody knows SPF is a big thing right now because they have learned that that is what helps prevent skin cancer. So our day cream has SPF 30 in it, and
yes, it does.
it's a push pump. So that way you're not getting
Oh,
bacteria in it.
okay.
Um, you can, for me, half a pump works wonders. I can usually do my whole face and my décolleté in it. But yeah, it's a push pump, so you don't get any bacteria or anything in it. And then our night cream has retinol in it. And retinol, it's a pill form retinol, which means if you think of a pill, it slowly dissolves. However, I do want to point out, if you use anything with a retinol, you need to make sure it's a push pump so you don't get bacteria in it. And you're using a day cream every
Right.
day
To protect
because
you. Yes,
retinol and the sun don't mix, and sometimes
that's
you can get
correct. That is
chemical burn,
correct.
um, or chemical like burn, I should say. And
Yes,
then
yes.
my absolute my absolute eye favorite eye cream in the whole wide world is the Mary Kay eye cream because they're in the repair line, because it comes with this.
So that's different than this time-wise one that I have then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So this comes with a metal like round ball. If you ever think of like if you ever see wrestlers and you see them when they get punched in the face, they go to the corner and their coaches put like a metal um,
Right. To get the
ball.
swelling to go down immediately.
So Mary Kay has turned that into this little ball. So you literally just put a little on like that, and it has a cooling sensation. So no matter how long you rub this under your eye, it will stay cool. Um, and it also has ingredients in it to help with the wrinkles. You know, you always get like the crow feet
Right,
around
right.
your eyes
The little fine
because,
lines.
because your eyes are actually the softest skin around your whole face. So your eyes show your age. They age faster than the rest of your skin. So you want to have a good eye cream. And let me tell you, this is amazing. So, yep. Do you have any questions or anything?
No, but I'm looking at our time and I know that we're going to go for an hour. So we have about 30 minutes left. I'm going to start putting on the Clear Proof Deep Cleansing Charcoal Mask just so we can start doing a little get ready with me while you're presenting to us. And did you want me to go to the next slide or did you want to keep talking about the reset and repair line?
No, you can go ahead and go to the next set. I think it's the charcoal mask, actually.
Is
These are actually the before and afters. Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
These are actually some of the before and after pictures of some customers that are on the repair line. So you can see a huge difference in 12 weeks to 90 days, and that the proof is in the pudding, as they say.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can go to the next slide.
Okay,
I just wanted to
ladies
show
and
that.
gentlemen, I'm just putting on our wonderful charcoal mask. You see how it smells so good. You see how well it goes on with this wonderful applicator that Mary Kay also has as well for you to use while you're doing the charcoal mask. And as you can see, this is exactly what I'm going to get, like how this wonderful man has. Your pores are going to be nice and deep cleansed. I love putting it on my nose. And I love putting it also on my areas where my pores are big because I feel like they always are a lot smaller after I do this mask.
Yeah, so the Clear Proof, or I'm sorry, the Clear Proof charcoal mask is an activated charcoal mask, and it will dry. And as it's drying, it's going to suck out all of the yuck and dirt and anything that's been deep into your pores. It actually holds 5 times its weight. So just imagine how much stuff is coming out of your pores.
Right, right. And it's a great mask, ladies and gentlemen. And so we have about 30 minutes left in our presentation. And within this 30 minutes, you're going to see me be able to have this mask on. It's going to dry. I have a little fan also with me as well. And I like the fan because I feel like as it's drying, it tightens. And I feel like it gives me a little lift as well. I don't know if it is, but I feel like it does.
Yeah. So with the charcoal mask, it contains peppermint, rosemary, honeysuckle, and navy bean extract. Besides the activating charcoal, which pulls out 5 times its weight in impurities, blackheads, clogged pores, bacteria, and excessive oil. So you'll see that change. And I love it, especially because, you know, some women have a friend that comes and visits us once a month. And that's typically when we start to notice breakouts and stuff. And it's just because of hormone imbalance. So my kids actually have learned to kind of see, they'll see mom with spots all over her face because I'm just trying to get that breakout to kind of go away faster. And you can use a charcoal mask for that. And it's awesome. You can also you would want to do this about 2 to 3 times a week to get the maximum effect of it and for your skin to feel clean.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think I use it So in my household, not only do I use it, but my fiance, my partner, uses it as well. So we will do masks at least a couple of times a week. And then there's even times where I'll just look up and I'll feel like, oh, hey, I see a pimple coming out, and you let me go ahead and put the mask on you. So right now, you guys, this mask is already tightening up. You're gonna notice as you use it, some areas will start to like dry really, really well, and then there might be some areas that are a little bit wet. But as I'm touching it already, there's really nothing. There's just a little bit of residue down here, so this needs to tighten up. But up here and up here, nothing really. So I have a little bowl of water with me. I know you see me bending down, and I apologize, but this is my little set. So let me try to stay within the light. But we'll go ahead and go to another product. And when I'm done with the actual deep charcoal mask for my get ready with me, I'm going to get ready for you guys as if I'm going to go on an appearance out as Mister U.S. United, or I'm on a stage production, anything like that that has to involve a little bit of stage makeup for men and showing that type of routine. So when I'm actually done with the deep cleansing charcoal mask, I then follow up with the Time Wise moisture renewing gel mask. And my fiance actually loves this one. And he likes it just to actually leave it. It says you should wash it off your face. That's what Mary Kay says. But he actually likes to leave it on his face. And Mary Kay also suggests using it as an overnight mask. I do like to sleep with it on, but normally in the morning I do wash it off. And you notice your face is very, very soft and renewed. But I'm going to show you how I also have learned how to use it as kind of a foundation primer underneath the makeup that I'm going to use while I'm on stage. So we'll get to that in a minute. So right here, we have our satin hands. I love satin hands. You know what? I totally forgot to bring my satin hands lotion. Let me see if I have it in one of my bags. So the Satin Hands collection, ladies and gentlemen, everyone should remember it from when they were a kid. It's always that lotion that lotion in the soap set that was sitting in the bathroom, and your mom or your aunt or your grandma or her friends or all the ladies from church usually always had it. So Satin Hands is really wonderful at keeping your hands really soft. If you have somebody that works in mechanics, like in automobile industry, like Ashley's husband, this product makes your hands really, really soft when people usually have very callous hands, right, Ashley?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can also use it on your feet as well. So it's a really good moisturizer for your feet, especially if you put on like
That's
fuzzy
right.
socks afterwards. That's usually my favorite. And it helps get all those calluses and stuff off. So it is a three product set. So you have your softener, which helps kind of lift everything to the surface, oil, dirt, the calluses, skin, anything like that. And then you have your scrub. And this one right here, the green bottle,
Mm.
is white teas and citrus. It smells amazing.
Yes, yes, yes. That is everyone's favorite too. The white tea and the citrus. Well, I was with Mary Kay. I always was asked about the satin hands, and that was something that always was ordered was the satin hands set. And then I know there's also a lip care as well,
Yep.
and then it has
So
the same smell.
yeah. So the last set is a lotion in the satin hand set, and then you do have your satin lips. So you have a lip scrub, which helps get all the dead skin off your lips because your lips are
It really
actually.
does, people. It does. It's going to take it all off.
Yeah. So if you ever wear like lip gloss or lipstick um or even if you just see like that line of skin kind of forming, it's because our lips can't naturally exfoliate. That's why you feel the need to pick at them all the time.
Hmm.
And so you have your scrub that gets all that off, and then you have a lip balm. And what a lot of people don't know is if you're a chapstick person, I was a chapstick person for many, many years. They chapstick companies and lip balm companies have learned that if they put alcohol in their products, that it will you'll get that instant gratification of putting it on, but it's slowly drying out your lips. So that way you feel the need, oh, we
Wow.
should put more on, and then you use it faster.
I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's something I had learned recently, and I was like, oh well, good thing I stopped using chapstick a long time ago.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Wow.
a lot of companies, even like the big name ones that you don't think would do it, they do it, which is crazy to me. So Mary Kay wanted an honest product, so there's no alcohol in this, and there's different companies will, instead of saying alcohol, they'll use like different fancy names that they know that we're not going to go look up what it
Of
is.
course. Or they know you're not. Well, we all know I look it up.
Yeah,
And we
I
can
am
ask
not
AI
a
now,
mama
what is
for.
this? What's this word we don't understand that's in this product?
Yeah, a mama for. I'm not going to do that. It's too much.
That's okay. That's why she has Paris, because Paris will be like, no, I found out what it means.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our satin lips and satin scrub. So I honestly would put this on in the morning before like PT when I was in the military, and I would never feel the need to reapply. Like I never got that. Oh, I just need more chapstick.
Yeah.
Feeling with the
Yeah.
lip balm, and you can
That,
also put it on under put it on and then put on your lip gloss or lipstick, especially if you're wearing something like a matte. Because matte, it dries your lips. So if you put the lip balm on before the matte, it actually holds that moisture for your lips. So
that is wonderful, wonderful information. And as you see, ladies and gentlemen, I have now rinsed my face. You see how easy that was and how quick that was. And I did that literally within, while we were talking, that was like maybe 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. And that was some self-care for myself. We have to remember to take care of ourselves, take care of our skin. Guys, especially guys in the industry, our male pageant kings, our models, you have to cleanse out your skin and make sure that your skin is ready for when you're time to go on set. So look at purchasing the deep cleansing charcoal mask and also the moisture renewal gel mask from Mary Kay. I got them at a time when they were in a bundle. Hopefully they still have them, but
yep,
they still have the
wand.
bundle.
Yep, you get the wand with them. So
Yeah, and that wand, you see how quick that was for me to get everything on. And my skin is literally ready to go. And the next thing that I'm going to do, but before we even start putting on our set of makeup, is just going ahead with the moisture renewed mask, which is a part of the Time Wise set. Now, the Time Wise set is for what I remember. It's for skin that's already a little bit aging, but not really aging like that. Like you can be in your 20s and use it.
yeah, usually I recommend like people that are past the acne stage, but not like the early 20s is usually what is recommended for the time wise miracle set.
And now I use my hands. I like to use my hands with this one. It has a really nice, it is most definitely a gel feel to it. I do like it. But one thing that I am going to do is just read the directions because I know I'm doing it different. So it says to massage a generous layer of mask on to cleanse skin away in the eye and mouth area. Leave on for 10 minutes. You want to rinse or remove with warm water or a warm wet washcloth. For enhanced pampering experience, apply before bedtime and leave mask on overnight. Use 2 to 3 times per night. So that's why my fiance likes to just leave it on afterwards as a great moisturizer kind of serum. I feel like it can work as a serum and a moisturizer together. You see, I just left that on. And now I'm going straight into prepping now for stage makeup. So I have our Time Wise. Oh, I hope you can see it. Our pore minimizer. I'm so sorry about the lighting, everyone. We're still trying to figure out lighting here. But we have our pore minimizer right here. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like. It's like a really pretty creamy type of iridescent type of cream. And I put it in the areas on my face where I know the pores get the biggest. And to me, this is what I call kind of baking or prepping because now I'm layering my different serums, my different things that I'm going to use to get the skin ready to receive a little bit of this stage makeup that we're going to do. And we're going to add a little bit of the Time Wise Age Minimized 3D Eye Cream. So this is an eye cream. Gentlemen, most definitely get an eye cream. I like to just go like this. It depends on how you like to do it. Some people are very big on, I don't want bacteria here and there. I do rub on my upper eyelid. Don't judge me, people.
No, you're actually supposed to do that. So at night you're supposed to do that, yeah. And I just want to point out that with your pore minimizer, it does come in a um, two part set, I guess. So your part one is a microdermabrasion, which you can also use in the shower. I mix my cleanser and my microderm together, and it's just a great exfoliator. It's going to go deep into your pores, and the pore minimizer is going to shrink your pores,
Right.
like you were saying, Paris. Yeah.
And
So
then I have the time. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
the microdermabrasion you would want to do like two times a week. You can go to a dermatologist to get that done. However, it's going to
But you
be
can get the one from Mary Kay.
not
It works
expensive.
really, really well, and it's really amazing and makes your skin look really soft. I'm gonna now add just a little bit of what I do is mix a little bit of the Age 3D J Cream Minimizer with SPF 30, and also we have this great primer. And this primer also has SPF 15. And now the primer is most definitely going to have like a clear gel look to it, and our SPF is going to already have that white look. That's our SPF right there. And I just hit slide 9, people. So sorry about that, but we will go to slide 9. So, because we are getting into doing a little bit of makeup already, right? So, I like to take both of these and then mix them together. That's what works well for me. And just, I kind of just dab, especially in the areas I know where I'm going to put it. I don't want to put a lot, and then I go ahead and I rub in, right? And I already feel everything being very velvety and smooth. The primer foundation by itself, your skin's going to feel very velvety and smooth, almost kind of like cashmere. And it makes the skin feel really good. I even sometimes, if I have a razor bump, I like to put that on the razor bump. So this feels really great, guys, and it has such a wonderful, light, crisp smell. Everything just smells very clean, right? So as we see this wonderful model here, already I see her with one of our Mary Kay concealers. So for me, guys, when you're doing stage makeup, you're doing makeup for pageants, you're doing makeup for anything where you're going to be in front of the camera, you're not putting on makeup like you're a female. You're putting on makeup like a guy. And I know that's like, what? Like, guys don't wear makeup. But yes, there are some that have to wear a little bit of makeup for their profession. These two concealers, honestly, are all you really need. And sometimes you see that they sell concealer sets with different makeup brands. Mary Kay's no different. So these two concealers are wonderful. And as you can see, like I said, one's for my undertone and one's for my main tone. And what I do is I go ahead and I just take this concealer and I'm just going to come, let me get close to the camera here. Right there over my eyebrows. I'm just going to put a little bit and get it ready for my eyebrows. I bring it in. I always go a little bit over the nose. I have a little area on my nose where when I'm not wearing contacts, I wear glasses, so it makes dark marks. So I get that area. I come back in. I do a little bit of dotting underneath my eyes. Guys, what do we always get from shaving? Little dark marks from shaving, right? So I go ahead and just do a little bit here, a little bit there. I don't do a lot. I might put a little bit right there, and we'll put a little bit if we're going to contour down the sides of the nose. Now, I don't have the full Mary Kay kit, and I did want to only highlight Mary Kay products, so we're not going to do a full beat. We're just going to do a light beat. Now, with the undertone, the other color, I do take this one as well, and I just dot it because it's going to get mixed in, and it gives kind of that little, oh, he just got off the plane from Brazil or Hawaii look because you've been out in the sun. And so I have a wonderful brush. Guys, make sure you have wonderful brushes to use because it's easier for me, just everything's in one. So these brushes are all made for contouring, blending, and foundation and concealer. I start out with actually this one little curved flat side. I just start blending. And you just blend and blend and just think about some good stuff because you're gonna blend. And it's gonna blend for a minute, but it makes everything look really, really good to the point people think that it's just your skin. A lot of people think that when they see me at an appearance, oh, he's just used some skin products. It is some little bit of stage makeup with me. That's the truth. So I come here. Now with the eyebrows, come across, and you're already seeing that highlighter is that low the back tone or the lighter color is showing through. And I'm just gonna come through and just hit there. Now I'm using the other side of my brush where I can get that eyebrow. Because the main thing, guys, are you're just covering up your wonderful imperfections that make you uniquely you, but you want to stand out and have a great day and feel confident, right? So I'm also hitting up my area. You notice I didn't put any more makeup on it, but this brush has makeup on it. So I'm just hitting up all those different areas. I'm now just going to take a contouring brush, just come down to these different areas right here. I'm going to come up again across the brow, and I'm now done with that, right? That took only, a few minutes. I'm now going to take a wonderful clear gel. I also believe that Mary Kay sells a clear gel. I'm not going to mention this brand as we're focusing again on Mary Kay products. You guys going to take a clear gel, go over that eyebrow, straighten it out, hit up those eyelashes just a little bit, man. There's nothing wrong with having beautiful curly eyelashes. Women enjoy your curly eyelashes. They're always jealous of them. Trust me. I've been hearing about my long eyelashes since I was a kid. And then it's time to take us one swoop of Lash Love Fan Roma mascara by Mary Kay. Also, you can get this from Ashley. And what I do is I just do a light swoop over the eyelashes just to give it a little more defining. One little swoop, 1, 2, 3, that's it. We're done. You're a boy, you don't need anything else, right? You are going to take just a little bit of setting powder. You take just a little bit, put on your brush, come right here, tap, tap, tap. This is what's called baking, gentlemen. Now you're just going to sit here and bake just for 5 minutes, and you're going to put it in these areas. And this is why you see the makeup person on set come to you and they hit up your little areas where you get oily. They hit up your areas where it's not going to look good on camera, right? We're now just going to leave that alone, and we're going to wait. And since it's the TV and live, we're just going to hurry up and take it off, but we're just going to brush off what we baked. Normally, you can leave it for like 5 minutes in my set, but with Mary Kay products and other good products that you use, you don't have to let it set for so long. But the old school way is to let it set. Okay, we've done that. It's now time for a little bit of our Mary Kay makeup finishing spray. I used this while I was in Atlanta at the Mister U.S. United pageant. And anybody that's going to compete in the pageant, whether it's Mister U.S. United, Mr. Supranational, Mr. International, Miss Universe, Miss Hawaii, make sure that you have great products like you see that I was using so that and learn how to use them. Ashley herself was a person who didn't know how to use makeup. Being a Mary Kay consultant, it taught her about how to find what makeup works for her, what types of looks that she likes to use. And then she's able to also work with other women and uplift them. So, gentlemen, nothing wrong with asking a wonderful person like Ashley, hey, what do I need to use as well? Because now I'm an actor, a model, I'm on set, and they always need to do my makeup and I don't know what to do. So you take a little bit of this wonderful spray, and I believe it's oil free. It won't clog your skin. I'm not going to lie, Ashley, I don't know what's in this. I thought it had a little bit of coconut oil, but I think I could be wrong because I know it's oil free. But do you actually know what's in the finishing spray?
I do not. Give me 1 second. I can find it. There's my little notes here.
Yeah.
So we do have the translucent powder and the oil-free. Um,
And close your mouth, like don't be like me and have it halfway open and then you get like you're coughing up some of the stuff, right? So you want to go ahead and just let that sit and set, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be on set. Nothing looks like it's too heavy. It's nice and cohesive. Yeah.
Beautiful. We learn stuff from you. This is one thing that I love about the Mary Kay world is, if you have an idea and I have an idea, now we put them together. Now we have two ideas. So
Now
I
we have two
actually learned stuff.
ideas.
I've never seen you put on your done your face.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. It was
Thank
interesting,
you.
and I learned a lot.
Thank you so much. Like, this is, if I had to do age myself as an actor, I would have a whole other set of different concealers that would be different colors, so then you can make your wrinkles and everything. That was one of my favorite things when I was in acting school. So
Yeah. Cool. Um, and
yeah.
then this is just a roll up bag. I
Yeah.
knew this was your favorite, so I had to add it.
Ashley gave this to me when I went to my first pageant in 2021 as a gift, and it really came in handy, and it still to this day comes in handy. And one thing I like about that bag, I wish that it wasn't just pink dots. I wish they had like one that had blue or purple as well, different colors, or just an all black one. But the little clear bags, ladies and gentlemen, that you see on the screen, sorry about my hands, that you see on the screen, you can actually rip them off. They have Velcro and they'll stick to the bag. So you can clean that bag up. It travels with you. There we go. There we go. And it will hold all of your different tools. And sometimes you don't even have to use that as a makeup bag. You can use it as a different travel bag for different things that you need. I've seen people on set who were seamstresses, and it held like one package was just needles, another packet was thimbles, another one was different threads. So for me, mine is skincare, the different makeups I'm going to use, the different brushes, and then other little odds and ends that I might need. So it's a great bag to have, and all models always need to have a great bag. So models, that's a great way to add a makeup bag to your model bag as well. So yeah, and I think that those are all of our slides. Oh, I see. Start something beautiful. So this is where Ashley has some, I believe, a closing to our presentation right here. And again, people, I know that we're going live and it's on Facebook and on YouTube. And I'm sorry that, hi, sweetheart. I'm sorry that we can't see any of your comments if you're commenting. But when this is all finished with and I'm done uploading everything, we most definitely will leave Ashley's information and my information in the description or in the comments below, so you guys can see how to get in touch with Ashley if there was any of these products that you wanted to buy yourself.
Yeah, so so I'll give you all of that information, but you can go on my website and order if you are not in the Warner Robins, Georgia area. Currently, sorry, we're rearranging here.
Princess.
Yeah, the princess.
She was supposed to be the future Miss Hawaii, but I guess she's gonna be the future Miss Georgia now.
But I did want to point out that for the month of March, if you're looking for an extra income, because nowadays an extra $500 and can go a long way. A lot of people, for a lot of families, and why not try Mary Kay, because you can do it with children around. But for the month of March, they're actually doing Mary Kay is doing a special where it's instead of a $35 e-start, you can sign up for $20, and that gets you your discount, your website, everything like that. Or you can do $80, which comes with full size products and everything like that. It's valued at over $400 worth of stuff in your bag, but you can do it for $80. And what I mean by discounts is, so one thing, kind of a perk with Mary Kay, is that we get everything at a discount, a 50% discount, and you can make 50% off your sales. We're actually the highest commission in sales that you can get. So it doesn't matter where you are in the Mary Kay world. You're a beginner. You've been in for 20 years. You make 50% of everything that you sell, which is amazing. There's no territories, so you can sell anywhere in the U.S. And if you want, there are you can move up in team leading or team building, if you will, and you get another commission with that. And we call those love checks. So, like when Paris was in on my team, and anytime he had placed an order with the company would then send me a love check on the 15th of every month as a thank you for working, as a thank you for building. And what's really cool is in Mary Kay, say when if I decide that I want to stay where I'm at, and Paris wants to move up in the Mary Kay world, he wants to team build or to grow in the corporate ladder, if you want to call it that, the ladder. Um, he can surpass me. I will cheer him on and go, go, go. um, and he can always overpass me and kind of build. Everyone thinks that a lot of direct sales, or at least Mary Kay, is a pyramid scheme. And I always like to point out it's kind of funny to think that, because the only way to move up in corporate world is if someone retires, someone passes away, or someone quits. That's the only way to move up that ladder. Where in Mary Kay, we're cheering each other on all the time to move up. If you want to move up, move up. If you want to earn a car, go earn a car. And there's tons of perks along with that as well. If you want a car or if you want cash, you can earn trips, you can earn diamonds, you can earn all types of prizes in Mary Kay. There's a monthly prize, a quarterly prize, and yearly prize, and you can also walk across a stage and feel very beautiful and handsome and have a sash and a bow, and people are cheering you on. And I love that about Mary Kay. That's actually one thing that, out of all the many things that I love about Mary Kay, that's one thing, is everyone's cheering you on. Everyone wants you to be your best self. And yeah.
Yeah, and Ashley is so right. Everyone does want you to be your best self, even though I'm. Oh, excuse all of the electronics, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, but even though I'm no longer with the company, the team that I was with, the relationships that I fostered and I built, I can say that when I won Mister U.S. United, I saw so many wonderful congratulatory messages from all of you, and I still see so many messages of we're rooting for you, and it's not just for Mary Kay, they're rooting for you in life. So I think most definitely Mary Kay is a company that brings a lot of people who are most definitely, since God is put into the forefront, I think it brings a lot of people who are focused on being positive and working towards obtainable dreams together. And it's good to have that camaraderie. So thank you so much for the presentation today and for being able to be a part of this. I know it's late for you guys in Georgia, so we'll start wrapping up. And I just wanted to, okay, yep, there we go. So yes, people see I'm proud of my beat. Yes.
Very handsome.
Baby. Yes. So we are wrapping up, and you have just had a get ready with me with Mister U.S. United 2024 Paris Lafayette Watson and my wonderful Mary Kay consultant Ashley Dandridge, and also my sponsor for the Mister U.S. United 2024 pageant. We are going to leave some information down in our description if you want to buy any of the wonderful products that you saw featured, if you want to reach out to Ashley and maybe become a consultant, or if you're thinking about a pageant, if you want to become Mr. U.S. United or Miss U.S. United or Little Miss U.S. United, we have divisions open to all, even plus size, and we are available in many different states, and we are still growing. So go ahead and visit www.usunitedpageant.com so that you can learn more information about our pageant system. And Ashley, did you want to tell everybody about your website?
Yeah, so if there's anything here that you would like to, if you have questions about anything or you'd like to purchase anything, as long as you don't have another Mary Kay consultant,
Right.
you are more than welcome to check out my website. It's www.marykay.com/A Dandridge. So ADANDRIDGE, the number 3.
Yes.
And you're more than welcome, if you have any questions or anything, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. And I would love to help you out if you have skincare questions, makeup questions, anything like that. So,
Thank you so much, first of all, Ashley, for making time for us today. And just thank you so much for being a wonderful Mary Kay consultant and for giving me some wonderful products that me and my family loves to use. So for anyone out there, go ahead and reach out to Ashley and get your skincare products. We're going to wrap up for now. I want to remind you all that July 17th through the 20th in Atlanta, Georgia at the Renaissance Concourse Hotel, I will be crowning the new Mister U.S. United 2025, and my sister queens will be crowning their new Miss and Ms. and Little Miss Teen and Junior Teen U.S. United Queens as well. So come on down to the Atlanta Renaissance Concourse Hotel and check us out either for one of the optional competition nights or for finals night. And you can meet myself. And if Ashley's available, she may be there. You can meet her in person and learn more about Mary Kay if you live in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Thank you so much. Mahalo nui loa, and we love you. God bless you. And remember, self-care is good for your mental care. Be bold, be you, be united. Bye.